Hi, I'm Seth with Wired Customs, and today I want to talk about some fans. So in my case, when I was building my PC, I had a really hard time trying to find what kind of fan would work well with my build. Now obviously it's 2018, so I had to get RGB fans, but there's so many on the market, it's really hard to choose which one is right for you. Cost versus looks, static pressure versus airflow. It's really hard to choose which one is going to work well for you. In my case, I ended up going with the Corsair light loop fans, the LLs. I do have 120s. I have 3 in here. I have a 240 millimeter AIO in the front, so I'm just using 2 and push config on that, and then I have 1 exhaust fan. Now there are a couple things you need to know about these fans. They're probably the brightest on the market. They definitely have the most LEDs. They have 8 around the hub and they have 8 around the fan frame. The only issue I have with these fans is that they are controlled through proprietary software, and the hub and everything, the way they have their RGB pins configured is all proprietary. So you have to use their hub. It's not sync compatible. You have to use Corsair Link with it to control the colors. And for some of you, having one more proprietary hub, one more, special program to run things might just be too much. And I definitely understand that. For me, I don't have anything else really RGB in my build other than the RAM. The LEDs that go around my case are actually run off of the Lighting Node Pro, which comes with the LL fans. So for 3 fans and Node Pro, which you will need to run these fans, runs about $100. Now, why are they so expensive? Well, you get 3 fans, you get the Node Pro, which controls everything, and then obviously the Corsair Link software is free. So with all of that, it works a lot like CAM. It has all the temps laid out in front of you. It has your pump speed, it has your fan speed, and you can control all that through Link, which is nice. And it also has an LED Corsair logo on top of my AIO, which I can control through Link as well. So that's really nice. Or if you have IQ, you can also control all of your Corsair case accoutrement with your peripherals. For me, IQ doesn't work that well. I found it very frustrating and difficult to deal with. So I kind of stayed away from that. So I'm using the regular Corsair Q for my keyboard and my mouse, while I use Link for my fans and my AIO. So these fans are designed for airflow, but they work incredibly well for static pressure too. I don't know if that's due to how many blades are on the fan or the angle, but they're really good multi-purpose fans. So really, they'll work well for whatever you need them for, whether it's just having them unobstructed and moving some clean air into your case, whether you're trying to get air out of your case, whether you're trying to cool down a radiator. It'll do it all. I'm really impressed with the performance. They are insanely quiet. I do not hear these things at all until about 65% fan speed, which it almost never gets up to. So these fans have a lot of different lighting modes, which is pretty cool. If you want to showcase your build, that's something that kind of adds to that. There's lots of different modes selectable through Corsair Link, lots of different color combos, and the fact that you can add LED strips into the Lighting Node Pro is really nice too, because I was kind of worried about that. I currently don't have an Aura Sync motherboard, so I was like, oh man, now I need to get the Hue, and now that's another hub, and now SATA power connectors, and now, oh my god, what am I gonna do? But actually, the Node Pro does have spots for Corsair LED strips. Again, they are proprietary. You have to order those from Corsair, which sucks, but it's whatever, because they're good LED strips. So I do enjoy that, because that's just one more problem that Corsair kind of took care of. So let's go over some pros and cons for these fans, because I'm not biased really, other than having used them for a few months. I'm not playing favorites for Corsair here. I'm just gonna give you exactly how I feel about them. So let's go over the cons first. They're expensive as hell for fans, and you only get 3. You have to use another proprietary hub to run the fans, and if you want to add any other LEDs into it, it has to come from Corsair because it's all proprietary. And to control that hub, you need to download Corsair software to run that. And Link is very buggy. I must say, honestly, I can't stand it. Sometimes the fans will just change color on their own. I've had Link interfere with other programs on my computer. I've had to roll back updates, and it's been a huge ordeal. And I'm pretty tired of it. Now some pros. These fans are incredibly bright. They're so bright that I have the brightness on about 30% right now, otherwise I start to get a headache. That is how bright they are. They're distracting. Like if you put them next to your monitor and you have the brightness all the way up, it's distracting, which I think is nice because it's better than having them be extremely underwhelming and you'd be disappointed. At least this way you can adjust the brightness to what you want it to be, through the software. So you're not left with, oh, this is dim, it doesn't go up any higher. Damn it. With these, it will get brighter than you want them to. Through Link, you have lots of color options and pattern options if you're at a LAN party and you're trying to flex on everybody, or if you're at a show of some sort, or if you just like having the aesthetics in your home office. Really, whatever you want it for. There's lots of options, and I think that's really cool because I think that's super stale when whatever software only has a couple options and they're boring. It's like, did you guys even put any time into this? But Corsair did, so thank you Corsair for that. Another pro is that they have little rubber dampening pads, I guess if you will, little anti-vibration rubber pads on the corners of all the fan frames. So when you mount them to the case, they all snug up and you get no vibration sounds at all. I mean, these things are quiet when it comes to any vibration sounds, even any air induction sounds. These things are super quiet and very efficient. Also, they work very well for airflow, for just moving a bunch of air into your case. That's cool and clean. And they also work very well for static pressure. So if you're trying to force a bunch of air through a radiator with a high fin density, believe it or not, these actually do a really good job. So you don't have to exclude them if, oh, I need the high static pressure fans, I can only get EK Vardars. I really wanted these beautiful LL fans, but nope, don't worry, they will work well, I promise. So that's it for today, guys. If you liked the video, hit like. If you didn't, then don't like it, I guess.